I was generally nerdy because anything else I did still sounded like me, you know. It's one of those laser beam voices. But I think a lot of them were built on real life characters. Peter provided most of the voices, let's face it. Peter had heard people, seen them. And the most wonderful thing about Peter, when he's doing the show, standing next to him, he'd be Bloodnark, you know, he'd change from being Bloodnark to Henry Crumb, and he actually was them, quite frankly.
Yes, so Bill Thomas. Together with... I love it. Did you, when you went back and did this, what was it like, Harry? Was it tearing off work?
We'd all laughed ourselves hysterically and thought about it beforehand, and then when the day came, were apprehensive and a bit nervous about it, because it's nearly 12 years, I think, before we, you know, since we did the last one. And as you know, so much depended on very split-second timing and knowing what the other fellow was going to say, or anticipating what he was going to say, so we could come in with the next thing. But suddenly we turned up at the Camden Theatre, nothing had changed. There were the same cups and saucers hanging about. the same people, and suddenly it really was there, you know, and Ray and all the boys. Straight away started like a bit.
Yes.
So he comes back.
Yes. Were you aware at the time that when you were first doing the show that in fact you were creating a style of humour which I suppose was the most important innovation of being a humour of this century?
Oh, goodness gracious me. Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome to GetJervis's World of Synth. Now, I've been a little bit under the weather the last couple of days, so I'm on tea tonight. I'm on a, oh, hello. It's another Aldi special. It's a Diplomat Superfruit Peach and Orange Immune to boost my immune system because I'm feeling a little bit under it, headache, kind of sore throat, that kind of stuff. Oh, and I've just had a vitamin C tablet, so I should be charged for the next hour. Ooh, gritty. Anyway, good to see so many of you already way ahead of me in the chat. I was I have to say, I wasn't quite ready, but I thought I'd go live and I'd iron out some of the things I was having. Let's do a few housekeeping things. How is the voice? He says, are we looking good? Are we sounding good? Let me have a little look. Oh, hello, Steve. Good to see you, man. Good so far, good. You can hear me. Well, that is incredible. I am very happy about that. Good. Good. I've switched to a tie clip. I've given up with the wonderful dynamic that I've got there, and it's going straight into the switcher. And also, as is the desk. It's a desk, isn't it? Let's have a look at this. Let's meet the star of the show. Yeah. So I've dragged out because the X28 is dead. I played with it yesterday. I could not get a single sound out of it. So I think there's something wrong with the. I believe it felt like the output bus is one board. So I think there's a connection on that board that links to the main circuit in that box, which has just come loose. So I think that's a bit of a job for the workbench. So yeah. So I decided to drag out this beautiful Yamaha MT4 from 1988, which it does need a bit of a clean, I'm afraid. It does. There's a video for TikTok, but it's got a desk, and what I was finding, and I have no idea how this was all about, was I couldn't get input from the synth. I wanted to bring a synth in. I knew I'd have no problem with the multi-effects that I'm using, but I couldn't get the playback off the cassette loud enough. Now I am armed with cassettes for days here, so we've got plenty of material. And I thought this was a charity shop find, a very recent one from St. Peter's, who've got a little vintage room. But look how cool that is. Beautiful, beautiful. So, you know, these things are only as good as you can be. So it's Parkinson meets the Goons. I mean, this is the sort of thing that you don't get on YouTube because, let's be honest, it's not video, is it? But this is, and you're there. Oh, crikey. So anyway, so yeah, let's focus back on this. So let me just check, because I was going to sort of introduce you to a little workflow that I've been using for an enormously long time ago. In fact, ever since I integrated synthesizers and started making my own sort of ambience, really, because I didn't have a sampler at the time. No, I did, but it didn't have any sort of length of time. It was a Yamaha. No, it wasn't a Yamaha. What am I talking about? I'm making it up. I think I better have some more of this tea. Yeah, it was a Akai X7000, an Akai X7000. With, if anybody's ever had an X7000 or the S612, you'll know the pain of quick discs, horrible little discs. Anyway, no, it's not an MT120. Have a look at the top down. There you go. Look at that. These things are bigger. It goes back off the. It looks like a regular cassette deck with a mixer with some plastic end cheeks. It's the Oh God. I want to say MD88. It's something 88 with the RM602. Yeah, those discs. Yeah, KV5. Yeah, absolutely, just horrendous. And it was my first sampler, so I didn't know about sample data and magnets. I had a studio with very little room. I had a table, so my screen was there for my Atari, and then I had my two speakers. Where did I keep my discs? On the speaker. So yeah, so that kind of I kind of ruined all my samples, and actually it used to belong to the bass player of what is now one of my favorite prog rock bands or symphonic prog rock bands renaissance. So it was Mr. John Camp himself's old X7000. He sold, I mean, he sold quite a few bits and bobs through a shop I worked at, so I ended up with that one. But it would have been nice to have had one of his Vigier basses, but I mean, they were you know, weighed a ton. Sampling on Virtual DJ, yeah, absolutely. It's I want to say MT44. There's no kind of, there's no thing on it. Oh no, yeah, MT44D. It's there. Hang on. Let me just. Oh, how am I going to illuminate this? You know, I've got torches everywhere in the house, but oh, hello. So it says there, MT. You can't really see it because it's the horrible GoPro. Yeah. So yeah, it's a beauty, but for some reason, is just going to play this. It's got random play. Has it? It's going to feel like random play by the end we've got this video. So I'm.
He says, as Spikey said it once, let's have a catchphrase. So he made up, I think it was Ying Tong in Lai Po, which means nothing. And then within weeks people were saying Ying Tong in Lai Po on the street. And I think it frightened.
Yeah, so the volume's weird. That's quite quiet, isn't it? And I've got more coming through. Yeah. Ah. Well, you know. Okay, so I was trying to get the volume of the tape loud, and also I've got a new little toy here, which is the very competitively priced Harley Benton DNAfx GT Pro. So it's kind of like a budget Helix. It's very nice and sturdy, very metal, but I don't know how to use it. I've literally just unboxed it and thrown the wrapper on the floor over there. So yeah, so I'm talking, you can't see me. So that's kind of in there. Oh, it does have, oh, you won't be able to see this, but it does have a little receptacle for cassettes at the top. But let's try and keep things tidy. It's such a, my desk isn't really big enough for what I've got on it. It's, again, I say this every week, I need to get a bigger table. Yes, so yeah, welcome aboard, Rustic Inc. And KB5, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you here before. Hi to everybody, all the usual suspects. Inky, Lisa, did you see this? Hopefully you'll understand the humour in that. I did that for you. Okay, right. Let's get back to the business of trying to make this do what I wanted it to do, because I have actually got some old tapes in here of all sorts of parts of my life with all sorts of weird and wonderful people in there. So I'm going to try. Is that going to? And see if I can get this to do what I think it will do. Input level. That's, oh, hello. We don't want too much, do we? Maybe we do. Let's just have a little, we'll do some calibration now. So I'm going to do top down, and I'll just include me just so that we can get this kind of, oh, hello. I just think I'm perhaps a little bit too tightly cropped in. But as you can see, like, there's my carpet, just there. 70s style. And there's, if you can see, that's not cardboard, but it could very well be, it's another rug. I'm rug-tastic. So what we'll do is we'll just play a bit of the Goons again.
I find it more...
I still no idea
I mean, I find it more wearying.
why we've got backwards, side 2.
It's true, isn't it, that in your profession, you're the professional funny man, but in recent years we've had this come to some very tragic figures.
Is that
People
panning?
Very funny on the
If
stage,
you can...
and off stage, had very tortured lives.
Yes, I think that's because a lot of them
But
were intro extras and were more had to put on
okay.
funny bits. And
Tape out switch. I still don't know why we've got. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know all 4 tracks run concurrently at the same time. What I'm trying to do here is to adjust the volume of those tracks because there will be a remix function. But you know, I'm not hot on manuals. So, well, that sounded like side 2 was louder, or side 1 was louder. Weird.
Well, my next guest made his name as a goon and went on to become a great superstar. For a while, he was considered.
So it's weird that even the monitor, which is going out the monitor output, you kind of expect it to take, you know.
And many others. But he was an actual real genius.
Anyway, that's input stuff. But then I suppose that is kind of, maybe it's, no, there's nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe got some track bleed, I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, it's for the purpose of this experiment, I think that might just be, yeah, I don't know. Faders, this is a weird one because gotta magnetize the tapes with a real strong one. Faders are okay. What then switches at the top of the channel strip? Right, let's zoom in. Whoa. So, let's have a look at the mixer. See, get everyone's eyes on this. Ooh. So, we've got the input selection. So that selects between tape, which it's set to, and then the input range, as you can hear, that's really loud. That's minus 35 or minus, actually no, it's minus 50, minus 35, minus 20. So I've got that, for instance, on this channel, set to minus 20. That's loud. And then, so that works for input. All right, so that's an input selector. And that works nicely. And as you can hear, that goes through nicely through the... That's kind of what I expected to do, right? As I'm happy with the input incoming, plugged into here. Well, you can't see that there's an input here. Okay, so playback, you'd expect that to be on tape, right? So no input, we want it on tape. So that's that, that's that, that's that, and that's that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Makes sense, right? The thing is set here to 4-track. Yeah, so that's it. I've selected tape. And then pan left and right there, but we've got the monitor section here. I suppose we could go out the stereo output, see if that, that's not, it's this stuff that confuses me because that does stuff. 4-channel record and tape out. So 1 is left. So left is either 1 or 3. So that's what channel you want to record. But then I've got buttons. Let's go to this channel. I've got buttons here that do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nothing happens, right? Oh, that is really, really confusing. So, you can definitely hear stuff kicking in. Right. Main stereo outs will probably work with the faders. Right, let's try that. Okay, so mind your ear. Hang on. Let's do it. Let's try that. Okay, thanks for your patience, guys. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a tape. Right. It does sound better, though, I think. Does it sound better? Does that sound quieter, though? Right. That's not going to make any difference, is it? Cabling. I'm actually getting caught up in the interview, so I don't know if that makes any difference because I suppose I'm monitoring through the headphones, which might be the monitor section anyway. Tape sync, don't care about that. Stereo out, auxiliary in. It's very quiet, yeah. I think that's because the main out. So I'm going to go back to using the monitor outputs, which I've got a volume for. And I think we're just going to have to sort of have 4 tracks. Right, okay, here we go again. Right, so now if I press play, that should be super loud. Better?
Not many people know. Listen, a painter has rotten paintings, rotten.
Hello, Simon. Welcome aboard to figuring out the old 4-track and seeing if we can get it to do what we need it to do. So, that would be useful if it is.
You're listening to this from the horse now. Hitler had more hair than Churchill?
Right.
And he could dance the pants off of Churchill wouldn't even say Nazi.
I shall take some. Yeah, please do. Please.
It occurs to me that the art of impersonation is sort of carrying it through, it's going out there and carrying through it no matter what. Do you remember the first time, Peter, that you ever impersonated anyone? The first time?
Yes, I think it was basically when I was in school, but I used to do impersonations in the RAF and whatnot, and play drums and laugh around generally. I used to impersonate anybody and anything I could find, mainly off.
Yeah, sorry.
There must be a real source of inspiration.
Yes, they were. That's where Bloodknot came from originally. Then Spikes was born originally in question. I spent about 3 years.
Okay, I think volume-wise, let's try it without the effects. Let's just get back to a good volume. It is a shame that the faders aren't actually doing what I thought they might do, which is actually just to flip in, give me some return. Maybe there's just cables missing. Who said cabling earlier on? Robert, you said cabling, didn't you? Yeah, I think it is. I think there may be just the returns from this. Do you know what? We're going to go on. We're going to go right ahead and carry on. I wonder how you edit this thing. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool. These buttons. So, how do I? Oh, that is clever. Oh, how do I get the? Oh, right. Wow. Oh no. Oh, okay. Oh, how do I turn that on then? Oh, on. Yeah. Right. Okay.
And I met a lot of people, and of this.
We are going to just.
Who do anything anyway, and they don't care.
So the idea is you get a big old delay, stroke reverb, or both, and then you play the sounds you get through that. So just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm just trying to figure out how exactly to do that. Because I don't need, yeah, there we go. Oh, for goodness sake. On. I do need a little bit of something.
And one night I remember we were in Agatala in Assam, and it was Christmas Eve, and I never spent Christmas Eve in a hot country, and I was far away from home, and I was thinking, my mum wants me at home. Now, you know how you get, there's some terrible old wog, oh, I beg your pardon. All right, I didn't mean that. Stuff they used to drink out there called Rosa rum, you see. And in those days we were sort of drinking a bit, It's all we don't drink any wine.
Right.
And,
Wow. Well, that's... Maybe. Dodgy cable? We've got something, haven't we? Although we did have some. I think it's the. Is it the cable? Right. Yeah, dub. Oh no!
The next day, and that was like terrible things like that, and all kinds of terrible
There it is.
impersonations of that.
What about this gift though, Peter, of picking up a person's voice, imitating it? Do you have to listen to it?
Noise
for a long
gate, yeah.
time, or do you, is it like some instant feedback with you? Somebody says something to you and you pick it back, pick it up immediately?
Well, I spend a lot of time like listening to people talking. That's why I'm usually considered to be very dull company at parties, you know, because I try and get people chatting. So if I find somebody who's interesting, and I sort of beam in on them and say, "Oh, really? You know, tell me more about that," and get them chatting. If I find that there's something interesting about them, or there's some sort of idiosyncrasy that I might be able to put in my little sort of filing index and think, well, I could use that later. One impersonation, because I used to do impersonations, you know, when we were both at the window, you know, and that time I was doing impersonation, giving up the old drums, you know. Had to. I used to be a drummer, did you know?
I knew you were going to ask you about that. Why, in fact, you give up your musician's life?
Just get in trouble.
Yes. We didn't have plastic heads in those days. No, it was a terrible thing happened, you see. Everyone used to, all musicians stand around Archer Street, you know. And loads of drummers were being mobbed after the war, you see, and, you know, everyone was getting well but me. And I was a good drummer, actually, you know, in those days. I mean, and we got a gig. I was playing with a group called This was 1949, of course, and that was, you know, sort of an in-word. And we played up in Birmingham, and
So
I know what that is. James, what have you come into? It's the crazy world of my brain. Is this what I was listening to earlier? That's clearly Vivian Stanshall. It's not that. It was a cassette I wanted to use. Maybe it's this one. No, it's not that one. Oh! I went dark for a minute. I think it's this one. I think. Excuse me. This says, yeah, Mike's dad, Gaz, Shay. Right. I was. Let's go. Let's just have a break for a minute, just to. I'm going to take this off for a minute. My goodness, I got a massive hissing sound. So maybe you'll have that too. So what I'll probably do, if you've got that hiss, is I'll turn those off. Is that better? Okay. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. So, as I mentioned last week, when I failed to get the 4-track working, I spent a long time going around with these kind of things, and either a Walkman that recorded. Although, let me bring this beauty out. Oh, the glass, the panel is around, but it just needs to be stuck back in. But look at that. Yeah, there it is. Is that in focus? There you go. That's what it says. Professional Walkman. Not as good as that to collect sounds, and I've got all sorts of weird and wonderful things. But I went. This tape has, if it's, this must be the beginning. Conversations, again, with friends on the telephone. So, that was always the purpose of that, was to do kind of what I'm doing here, was to bring a cassette in, play it through delays and reverbs, have some synth flavor in there as well, but generally make the atmosphere from the recording. Now, we've never had it so good, because even our mobile phones enable us to walk around recording things and to play them back in file formats, so, from whatever. But there is something, as you saw, something so beautifully organic about taking this cronky old, well, I say cronky, it's, as you say, it's I think KV5 said earlier, it's quite rare. There aren't that many of them around. And certainly they're about £800 if you want to buy one. You know, it's I would have considered selling mine because of that, because, you know, why wouldn't you? But that doesn't work. If I do that, then what am I going to do with all my 4-track tapes? And I do need to figure out why I can't mix. Because if you're 4-track, you record on each individual track, then you bounce down. So you must be able to mix it on, you know, to set those to tape, and then that onto input, you know? It's just infuriating that it's not as simple as I would hope it to be. Why is it? Record, mute, record, pause, I don't know. And it's got funky little buttons. Sorry, I'm off away. Good Lord, is it really 20 to 9 already? Hello darkness, my old friends. I've come to talk to you again. Yeah, mayhem. I could go scroll back a little bit. Whoever Headbanger Ministries, welcome. And yes, what have you walked into? A dodgy pot. Oh, have I got some dirt? Probably. There's all sorts of stuff going on. But yeah, I think I think you know, another day. Yeah, I think so. I think Simon, James, you're right. Sorry, James. My belly is still wobbling, Simon says. But James, I think you're right. There is a beautiful warmth to tape because there's no clarity to it, and that's a good thing. You know, I mean, whilst I was trying to record my songs or my pieces of music back in these days, having you know, good quality tapes. I mean, is this that? No, Sony UXS. I remember there's a Chrome 2. I remember you know, high bias tapes. Just spending too much money on these and going like, why can't I just use these? You know, the crappy HDF 90s or TDKD 90s, which I've got 20 up there, brand new, sealed. Now I will sell those. Gaz, so that's the Gaz walk. But is that rewind? Is that rewind to the beginning? I want to hear the phone call. That can't be the right side, surely. I've got a TDK SA90 somewhere here. I've seen one tonight, unless it's just under the table. I've literally no, this is all. I picked up some weird tapes from somewhere. Dropped everything over frantically. Yeah, bovine sponge. That is a jam me and Gaz had. Oh, this is. I've got to be careful with this. So this is our prog rock band in 1992. I'm going off topic again, but then hey, isn't that what we're about? Isn't that what this is all about? Slightly off topic. Dix's 10 quid for 10 for a quid. Yeah, you can buy the TDK D90s, sell on eBay 3 for a tenner now. Yeah, that's a module, isn't it? We've got 10 of those, 3 for a tenner. So what's that? 10, 20, 30, 6. Well, it's a cheap module, but hey. Almost what I need to be doing, right? And then I did read somewhere about somebody selling crisp packets as well. That'd be a good way to make money to feed my modular habit. Right, so what have we got? Can't hear anything. Can we hear anything? Oh, let's turn the effects off. That's what's making it, isn't it? Oh, there's no sound at all. That's disappointing. Yeah, tapes were an absolute pain in the posterior, weren't they? Why can I not hear anything? So, I think this has got something to do with it, but that's 4-channel. But then these are the... Oh, hello, don't fall off. and like everything's really dirty. Filthy. It's a filthy, dirty episode. Why is this not playing anything? There's nothing coming out of it, so maybe... That is weird. Bovine sponge, you're fine. No, okay. I'm not going to waste time. Well, one more little go. The other side of tape, 2 years. Oh, Simon at Dixon's. I hope you paid for those. Staff discount, yeah? Right. I don't know what that is, but it's we're not hearing anything, are we? Oh. Oh, that's my jangly guitar. Delays again. Drums sound like cardboard boxes. Just sounds like one good bass playing from Gaz, as always. Oh, no, Thomas, yeah. Just sounds quite a nice jam. Anyway, it's not what we're here for. Going down my memory lane, that's for me. But I may... That's a weird way to do that. Anyway, what was I was trying to find this telephone conversation. Right, let's get that up. Oh, you hear that? It sounds like rain though. I can hear rain somewhere. This is the start of Riders on the Storm. Boom, da, da, da. No, there's not really much to hear. Where's the conversation though? It's back to the... whatever that is backwards. I think that's Sir Henry Rawlinson's end. So I don't know why, and again, this is where it gets really kind of frustrating that I can't remove the volume of... Oh, what was that? Oh, if I that's backwards. So we're saying that's... There it is. Why? Oh, what was that? Oh, that's super quiet. That's Shay, isn't it? This must be about 28 years ago. This is 28 years ago. I know exactly what year this is. This is 1996. Because we're talking about my newly born son, Kirig, who turned 28, the 12th of July. But I can't hear anything, apart from the thunder. Oh, is that it? Is it on channel 2, the thunder? And why is it super quiet? That's just not... It's... I can't. Lisa, that's it. That's all you've got. I wonder if I can just use the effects. I have no idea what that sound is that I'm making, but oh, that doesn't sound like a boy. It's Gaz! Okay. That's Gaz. Right. Unbelievable. 28 years ago. He doesn't sound any different, but I just can't give any more volume to that. Oh, well that turns it off. Unless, no, this is frustratingly non-logical. Is that better? Right, I'm gonna cut that one. That is so annoying that it's so super quiet. I have absolutely no idea. That was what I wanted to play as well. So after this, I will fiddle around a bit more. A lot. FX return made it louder, yeah, but that's all the way up now. I think as well I turned up as much as I can do there. So we could try one more Gaz moment. This isn't Gaz. This is me recording a radio show, surely.
You've got a temper like your dad. So it's not just the way you look, it's the way you behave.
I think I'm like my dad because I take after him because I like most of the things that he likes. For example, my dad goes fishing and I like...
Why is... I can't hear any delay or anything, so...
If I have any free time, I'll ask Dad if we can go fishing.
I've now lost the effects.
No, not really. I've got a few things that I'm like Daddy with because Daddy likes speaking out to lots of people and so do I, like I'm doing now. Well, I think I check after my dad a bit because he works for an electronic business and I always like to fix things.
This is cool.
So not only do you look like someone in your family,
Get this, yeah, all right, okay. Let's do that.
you also might have the same interests as someone in your family.
Okay.
Now
Wow.
Today's story. It's called Janine and the New Baby. It's by Eilert Thomas, and it's read for us today by Amanda Simon.
Good old Amanda Simons. Where is the effect? I've literally no effects. That's so weird.
With large dark brown eyes and short black hair.
Nothing is...
Janine was going to have a baby sister or brother. She knew she was because her mummy said so.
Hang on, let's put that a bit more interesting for you guys. Let's do that one, I think.
No, mummy replied.
Oh, we've lost the GoPro.
Plenty of time to get ready.
We've lost the GoPro.
Janine said.
Let's do that.
Sudden thought.
Okay,
Does
let's
the
put that
baby
on.
sleep in my bed or yours?
Right.
Mum laughed.
It's a tricky bit of technology. Hang on, where is it? There you go. Remembering how to use technology that you once didn't have to think about. You know, it's a wondrous thing, isn't it? Is that going to be super loud? The fun of tapes, yeah. I mean, it is a... You know, I've got loads of cassettes. kicking around. Oh, hello. This is some of my old electronic music, I think.
Keep rooms snug and cozy. And don't forget, it's vital to stay warm in bed.
Oh, it's me and Shay. Yeah. Friendly and natural as we were. Or is it? Yeah, I didn't know about drums. Pebbles, welcome. So, yeah, that's what you can do with it. Roland U110, and that's a sample. Anyway, incredible what you find on cassettes. Seriously, just go into a shop, buy one, put it in. No idea what this is. It could be anything. I'm not quite sure where this is. Oh, it's there. But why have we lost the... Have I muted it somehow? Is that muting it? Oh my god, that's going to go horribly wrong, isn't it? Hold for looper. Exit! Should I turn it off and on again? Did I learn last week about playing with things that I hadn't planned to? Maybe. Right. Right. There's absolutely nothing coming back from that. Oh yeah, but that's... I'm not using the aux in. Effects return. Effects return. Aux in is there. So I'm not using aux in. That's why that's down. Trying to minimise the amount of noise. I got that bit right, he says. Very quiet again. Is it, or is it just me? Does it just feels really quiet? I need to affect this, mother. Come on. Input and output. It says stuff on there. What is this? Stop it! Stop it! Okay, here we go. Is that... It's not doing anything. It's... That is soup... Right, have I just lost it? Have I just lost it now? See that? Okay. Is that affecting it? Oh, I'm really confused as to why it was working perfectly fine and now it's not. Oh, is that... Ah! Sorry! Stop! What is that? What is that? Why does that do stuff? Listen to that now. Ah! Ah! Okay, all right. Don't panic, he says. Let's go back to this one then.
60th birthday that or something, and I think it's going to be like a real strange group of people. Yeah, got some really good news. We played in this place on Wednesday.
And again,
National as well.
The exhausted egg-yolk sun yawned and hoisted itself through the smug green smog wafting from telefuddled concrete estate and split dawn, smearing the sky like the yellowish stain on a bathtub. Resentful, the early frost faded like a sarcasm, wedding from the summer, smoothing face of Robinson. And elfin sunshine danced gilded each watery walk in the back of his neck. But the beard of the house, the pickle or great maid, was in deep change. The pickle, commissioned by Lord Henry, had been designed by some capability bride, and its scratchy intricacies.
I will watch it back.
One boxwood cherry blackthorn and dogwood, it had long ago collapsed upon itself, also grown deformed white as tongues, and folks began to say that there is a diamond. They have. So here's the arrangement of priestly
Yes, yeah, cross that.
Consequence ground. And this gentleman entered with fully watered Zanzi's, a terrier who supplies and seed and forest streams. He was with the seeds. After Brown was dead, the maze grew even more ominously scruffy as none of the latest When exalted
Oh, I don't know how much more of that I can do. I just get lost. And I think that's more to do with my workflow and history of my workflow, if you follow my drift, than actually the process and the equipment in front of me. But it is so satisfying. And I think, you know, just even doing a little jam with a cassette that does what you expect it to do and doesn't have the sort of reverse aspects of the other tracks, so track 3 and 4 being, you know, track 1 and 2 of side B, which is what we're hearing there, which is Sir Henry. I thought, was it something else? but yeah, I guess ultimately that kind of craziness is it's part of the deal, right? You get a tape deck, you pull out cassettes, you've got no idea what's on these. You know, I'm going to do it again. Why not? Just whilst we're here. What time is it? Oh my goodness, we've done an hour. Right, this will be the last little thing. What's nice about that is it's backwards. And I don't think it's me. No, it is me. The singing's not me. No, it isn't. Is that Tangerine Dream? Thinking it was me for a minute. Who do I think I am? Honestly. Yeah, there's Tangerine Dream. Yeah. Okay, great. Just something so bizarre. Anyway, I'm going to take those off because I don't need them, because I'm not monitoring my voice. You've told me my voice is loud enough. I've believed you on that. I've missed an enormous amount of the chat. I do apologise. I will probably watch this again later, and yeah, as you say, comedy gold. Is that a good thing? Hopefully, in the best possible way. Yeah. But yeah, the whole kind of like not working as expected seems to be a bit of a theme, an ongoing theme of these streams, and I kind of enjoy that as much as anything else. You tune in, you're never sure what to get, and yeah, I'm glad you've enjoyed it too. Thank you. Best love. Oh, thanks, James. That's really good to hear. But yeah, so yeah, please like this, share it, get other people to like it as well. I think you're very, very welcome there, Steve. Thank you for joining in. And all of you throughout the whole of the hour, thanks for chipping in, chiming up. And yeah, see you again on the next one. What I will probably do is I'll probably play out with this, which was a cassette that, I don't know, maybe that, and a little bit of that kind of spacey thing. I won't go too long. But yeah, same time next week for Jamming in Jim Jams. Modular again. And yeah, there's a nice new module in there, which I'll show you then. So thank you very much again. And yeah, I'll start headphones back on then. Playing you out with some crazy music. Let's go for this again. Is that still playing?
people, and so do I. I can play for now. Well, I take classes from my dad a bit because he works for I always like to get
Not only do you look, you might behave like it, you also have the same interests.
Then one day, some weeks later, just as Mum had said, Auntie Carly arrived to look after her. As Mum and Dad set off for the hospital, Janine started to cry. But I always go...